My cat right now has the zoomies. She has the zoomies, guys. All right, listen. Popovich. All right, we got to talk about Popovich, and in a good way, as always. So check this out. So this is from LJ Ellis. Once again, this is just a great article. LJ Ellis always brings the heat, bro. I love LJ. Don't expect an official announcement, but the front office is operating as if Popovich will return to the sidelines for at least one more season. So if you guys remember, we already talked about this before, but he was praising Zach Collins, saying that Zach Collins is our center for the future, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we assumed already that Popovich wouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon, especially now. I mean, he was having fun before. I mean, he's about to have a field day. A couple sources I've discussed this with believe that the addition of Wembanyama can help convince the coaching legends to stick around for a while longer. I don't think he needs that much convincing, to be honest. Popovich's latest contract expired after the 2023 season. According to the team source, if and when he officially decides to return, Popovich is expected to sign a 3-year contract that will pay him in the neighborhood of $14 million per year. The contract will also allow him to opt out after either of the first 2 seasons. So he just has all of, like, he has all the power here, which he should. He's Popovich. But that's pretty cool, bro. If we can get him for 3 more seasons, that's insane. That also gives us a little bit more time because right now, I'll be honest, man, I just don't feel convinced with anybody to just like put them in the role after a season. I just do not feel it right now. And coaches get fired so often nowadays, so I'm sure someone would be available in those 3 years. It's not a guarantee, but I believe Pop would probably ride out the 3 years. I mean, he rides out all his contracts. I mean, to the point where I think back in 2015, 16, I mean, there were rumors that Popovich could be gone. And then especially after all the stuff with Kawhi, there were rumors Popovich could be gone. But Pop is having too much fun at this point. And he's talked about Tim Duncan not really being into coaching. And, you know, some guys just love it differently than others. Some guys want to put their all in basketball in different ways, and he's just one of those guys. He said Ginobili will be next. I am just not. How do I say this? Manu Ginobili is my favorite player of all time, but I am not quick to say Ginobili will be a great coach. I'm just not quick to say that without any coaching experience whatsoever. Is it possible? Yes. Has he seen great coaching? Has he been around great coaching his whole career? Yes. Has he been around basketball his whole career? Yeah, yes, right? He's been around great basketball minds, but I'm just not 100% sold that great. It's kind of rare sometimes that really great players like Ginobili end up also being really great coaches. It happens, but it's pretty rare. I would much rather Becky, if she can come. By the way, we're gonna have to talk about Becky because there's a lot of controversy there. But hopefully those things aren't true. But I don't know. But overall, I would like Becky. That's still who I'm sold on. But hey, Brett Brown. Someone said Brett Brown. I mean, Brett Brown. Yeah. Keep in mind too, guys. You have Wembanyama. All right. So I'm not expecting anyone to come in and be as great as Popovich. You don't have to be. Steve Kerr was one. Yeah. Remember we talked about that. Steve Kerr was, it was a report that Steve Kerr could potentially be the next coach after Pop, which would be awesome. But you don't need someone to be on the same level as Pop. You just need a good coach. Coach Bud, I'll be cool with Coach Bud. I know people like angry with him. I'll be cool with that. But you have Wembanyama. When you have a superstar of that caliber, well, what we expect him to be, you can manage with a good coach. Okay. There's been coaches that won championships that weren't the best of coaches, but you get a good coach, you can manage. Increase your chances a little bit. Doc Rivers, yeah. How about no? Doc Rivers, yeah. How about no? That's a no for me, fam.